Listeners beware, you're in for a scare. Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of Nightmare on Fear Street. I'm your host, Zach.
I'm Meg.
And I'm Ember.
And this week we read the book that started it all. Welcome to Dead House.
All right, first off, I just want to talk about the fact that I didn't realize that I was born before Goosebumps existed.
When did this book come out?
92.
Oh my god, this book is older than me.
Oh, guys, stop.
This book
Yeah,
is
it's
older than
definitely
me
older
by
than
a
me.
year.
Stop it. It's not older than me. I'm older than it.
Oh no.
By 2 years. This book came out on my birthday in 1992.
Amazing.
Oh, radical.
We'll be peppering this review with lots of edgy 90s teen dialogue.
Yes.
Radical.
Yeah, well, I mean, my name's already Zach, so it's already a 90s joke all in itself.
Oh yeah, that is the quintessential edgy 90s teen
Yes.
name.
And you even spell it with a K, which was like the 90s way to spell it.
Yeah. I would have been
Yeah.
named Zach if I had been a boy.
Yeah, see, like a person in the Zach Club right here. Look, it's Meg.
Yeah. My parents have told me that I would have been named Zach if I was a boy.
Dude, that would have been awesome in like the alternate universe where we found you as a dude.
Yeah.
This is the Zach
The
cast.
Zach cast, where everyone's name is Zach. Alternate universe, where everyone is called Zach.
Hey Zach. Oh yo, what's up,
Hey,
Zach?
Zach.
How you doing,
Hey,
Zach?
Zach.
Good,
That's
Zach.
like the premise of this book, Interworld, where there's a bunch of kids named Jay.
So guys, how was your guys' spooky week?
Well, I went to see Moana.
Oh, did you like Moana?
Moana was really good. I loved when Jermaine Clements was a big shiny crab, and he sings a song about being a big shiny crab. It was a good bit. It was the best bit. Yeah. And what else did I do this week? Took my dog for a walk.
Ooh.
Woo!
And
What type of
I
dog do you
Shiba
have?
Inu.
Because we have a big.
You have a Shiba. She has a Shiba
Wait,
Inu.
what?
Oh my god, you have a Shiba Inu.
I have the Doge dog.
Ah! I just got so excited. I love the Doge
Yeah,
dog.
and I took him for a walk, and all the kids at the park were like asking me to pet him, and then I heard one kid go to his dad, "Why is that lady got blue hair?" And I laughed really hard. And I told him I got blue hair because one time when I was little, I got real badly spooked.
That's the best answer you could have ever possibly given that kid.
Yeah.
Good.
And then the dad goes, "Oh, you're lucky. You've never been scared hard enough to have your hair turn blue."
Oh my god, that kind of reminds me of like from like Evil Dead 2, where Ashley's the greatest horror and his hair just turns
Yes.
white.
But then his hair is normal again in Army of Darkness. What's with that?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, what's with that, Bruce?
Anyway. Amber, how was your spooky week?
Oh, my week was so spooky. I worked with high schoolers.
No!
Ah!
Were they teenagers with
Say it ain't
attitude?
so. It's too scary.
Yes, and I kept warning them to pay attention when they were using power tools, but do they listen? No. So what
All right,
happened?
how many of them lost hands?
Luckily, none of them lost hands. Every time one of them is
Okay.
about to use the saw, I'm always like, keep your body parts. And they always say no promises. So this time, one of my kids was talking to me and looked away as he was about to drill in a screw. And I was like, pay attention. And as soon as those words came out of my mouth, he like screwed his thumb to all hell.
No.
And
I feel it because one time I was fixing my sewing machine because it had a clump of fabric
Oh,
caught
no.
in it, and I stuck my hand in there to
No,
get it out.
no.
And I didn't realize that the sewing machine was still on, and the needle went right through my finger. It was awful.
oh my God.
It was the worst.
Oh my god, that kind of reminds me of the time where I've accidentally stapled my hand, and I had a.
I've done that too.
I've-
God.
I've stapled my hand, and I had to get it out with my needle nose pliers, but it was really stuck
Yeah.
in there.
I stapled my hand once when I was a child, and the staple didn't like stick to my hand. It just kind of like, because I was also trying to staple a packet of paper, so it went through the paper and then it like stabbed my hand, but it didn't like fold or anything. So I was pretty lucky. It just came right out, and then like my hand was really bloody, and I just put my hand up. This was in like arts and crafts class. And for some reason, I remember it not hurting at all. And I just put my hand up and I was like bleeding out of my hand. I was just like, "Miss, I gotta go to sick bay now. My hand's bleeding." And my teacher was really like freaked out. And all the students were like, "Ew." It's funny, when you're a kid, I don't think you feel pain as much because kids can kind of like fall off or something and then just get back up again.
Oh yeah, bleed all over the place.
I've fallen off a 12-foot roof before.
Well, so I had a kid
That's pretty-
injure himself, and then he bled on my shoe, which was fun. Other than that, my week was not super spoopy. But what about you, Zach?
I went to work
Ah!
in the rain.
Ah!
It's weird because it's California, so rain apparently is acid to people.
Well,
So I've never
It's the same in
I've
Sydney.
never seen people run faster from water than a place that's full of drought. So
Sydney is exactly the same. Every time it rains, everyone collectively forgets how to drive. And I'm not excluding myself from this because one time it rained really hard and I couldn't see the sign on the road, so I missed my exit and I ended up getting stuck on the harbor bridge and having to drive all the way through the city, and I cried the whole way.
I'm sorry.
So nobody in Sydney knows how to drive when it rains. We're all terrible at it.
That kind of reminds me of actually driving here. I saw 3 people hydroplane, and one of them almost fell off the freeway. So that was kind of spooky.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, people we have the tough people. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear anything, and they're just shivering the entire time that everyone else is wearing ponchos. So you're just here swish, 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 swish. So it was kind of epic. Other than that, I just finished a huge book on the whole life of H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm reading a spooky book right now called There's Something in the Woods by Nick Redfern.
Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a research into legends about woods across America and the UK. It's very interesting.
Right now, I just picked up another book. It's called Mole People, or The Mole People. And it's about the people that built cities underneath New York, in the sewer system, and it's
Whoa.
really good.
Nice.
So that's what I've been reading right now. And the weird thing, though, about it is I have on my Spotify playlist, I'm listening to grunge. And for some reason, it's syncing up to the book, and it's really creepy.
That is creepy.
So, guys, what did you think of this book?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was there was some really effective scares in it, but I think the pacing in this book is terrible.
Oh, yeah, no, I can agree with you there.
It's half of the book is just oh, what made that noise?
And then, no, another part is all the jump scares are just awful.
She'll wake up and there'll be a noise in her room and she'll be like, who's there? And then there'll be nothing and she'll go back to sleep. And that's the first half of the book.
Yeah, what did you think of this book, Ember?
Pretty good. Pretty standard Goosebump feel to it, which probably it makes perfect sense because it really sets the tone for the rest of the series. And also, I think it speaks to every kid's dark fear about moving to a new creepy place. Plus, the place that they moved to is called, what was it, Shadow Falls?
Dark Falls.
Or Dark Falls, which is
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Not living there.
I immediately, when I read this book, I thought about that recent commercial with Kathy Bates. I don't know if either of you have seen
I'm
it.
trying to remember. No, I don't think I've seen it.
No.
It's an insurance commercial where Kathy Bates is in a house and she's like, I moved into this place.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. And it's is it haunted? Yeah.
It's got a bunch of creepy kids in it. Can I claim them as dependents? No, but you can save money on moving.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this one now. I love that one.
Yes.
So, yeah, I thought it was just okay. For the first one, of course, the first one always has to probably be a spooky, scary house. Or you can't have a horror thing without a spooky, scary house. Thoughts on the cover?
All right.
Oh, okay. So I have the lame Naughties cover.
Oh, you want to describe it for us?
I do not have the classic cover. I have the Naughties redo. It is a very purple house. I actually quite like this one. This is one of the only ones that I think is a really good cover compared to the other one. It stands up next to the old one. And it's this creepy old house, and it's very purple. I know that in the book, the house is described as being brick, but on the cover, it's wood siding. So what's with that? Read the book, cover artist. and there's it's nighttime. There's creepy trees around it, and there's an ominous red light coming out of the window and the door on the bottom floor. And then in the bottom window, you can see a little child peeking out, and he's angry.
That's very similar to ours, the one me and Ember have.
Yeah. But I really like the color on this. It's very bright and vivid, but also very creepy.
Yeah, it's much like ours. It's basically the same thing, except ours is a wooden house. And the door is slightly open, and there's purples and oranges. I'm pretty sure there's a fire going on in this house. So,
Constant burning
just
fire.
constant burning fire. But in the window, there's like a weird, like, I want to say like troll person because he doesn't look like
He's like a creepy old man.
I think he's like a troll. Like he's like really gaunt and he's got like wild hair and he looks like he has a goatee.
I will say this, on our cover, I appreciate the stars in the sky.
Yeah, I see the stars. But we forgot
Yeah.
the most important part. The Goosebumps line that they have on each of them ones.
Oh my gosh, this one is terrible. Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
It will just
What is it?
It will just kill you.
Oh, this one doesn't have one.
But I'm also I love the
which
back
sucks.
because they always have the ones too, so it's look alive.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the tagline. I was like, it will just kill you? What will just kill me? Oh my gosh.
The house.
Resale on this is deadly. Woo. Trying to find a real estate agent can be murder.
The housing market.
Oh no, it's crashing. Woo.
Ah.
See, those are scary concepts. Why don't we have adult Goosebumps?
The horrible housing bubble. No, that sounds more like a Lemony
The
Snicket
horrible
book.
housing bubble.
It does.
I'm gonna read the back so you guys can get like what the synopsis kind of is.
Okay.
Okay.
Amanda and Josh think that the old house they have just moved into is weird, spooky, possibly haunted, and the town of Dark Falls is pretty strange too. But their parents don't believe them. You'll just get used to it, they say. Get out and make some friends. So Amanda and Josh do, but these new friends are not exactly what their parents had in mind because they want them to be friends forever. So, guys, what did you think of the story?
Very good story, I think. Like, it's a solid premise. As much as the execution is a little weird and awkward sometimes. You know, like, if you made a movie out of this, it'd be a scary movie. It's a good story, you know, it's like, because it's like you said, kids are always nervous when they move house. So this is sort of like a universal fear.
Yeah, that's like, I guess like the main centralized fear of this book is like moving to a new house. Are you going to make any new friends?
And also, I guess it's like a fear of peer pressure as well, because like all of the kids are like, you have to be dead now and be our friend forever.
Yeah, I remember that peer pressure and when I moved.
That is exactly the same as some kid offering you drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you smoke a weed, it kills you.
Smoke a weed. It kills you.
Don't smoke the ganja because you might get goosebumps.
Don't shoot up weed, kids.
So when I was looking at this book and like the cover and everything like that, I looked at some of the other covers in like other countries, and I really love them. They're pretty great. The French version is real spoopy.
What is it?
The French version is like this gaunt woman with like pale skin, and she's got like dark black hair with like really blunt bangs, and she's like hiding behind a cross gravestone with like skeleton hands coming at her from all sides.
Ooh, that sounds creepy.
Yeah, and I think the French term for goosebumps is Charles de Poule.
Chicken bumps.
Yes, chicken bumps. That makes sense. Yes. And so I just was like really impressed with it. And the colors are really gray. Everything's really gray. But I'm going to have a lot of trouble not calling this book other names like La Casa de la Muerte.
Spanish words.
But the other covers are relatively just like exactly the same. Except for the Korean one. The Korean one's kind of creepy. Anyways, but now we know the plot of the book is pretty solid and pretty good, but can we also talk about like how diabolical and sinister this whole town is? These people are offered a house basically, and this whole family, the Bensons, right?
Oh no, I want to make a B movie joke, but yeah, the Bensons.
The Barry B. Bensons. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, yellow and black. Let's
You
shake
like
it up a little.
jazz?
So basically this family goes to see this new house that they're getting, and it's super creepy when they get there. Their dog runs away because dogs always know when something spoopy is happening. And
That's one of my favorite tropes,
Yeah.
honestly.
that dogs always know.
What's wrong, Brian?
Who names their dog Brian?
Bark, bark.
Because I would like to think that if there was something that was spooky, scary skeletons happening in my house, my dog would tell me.
Yes, your dog would tell you, but if you had a cat, the cat would just stare and let you get murdered.
See, my dog Rosie would just be like, "You should go with them. I want you guys to be dead so I can have all the chicken."
All the chicken bumps.
Yeah.
One time, my dog came up to my room, and I have a walk-in closet, right? And at the end of the walk-in closet is a mirror that if you pull on it, it comes out of the wall, and it reveals a secret door, which leads into the attic.
What? That's
time-
so radical.
One time, I don't know why it was designed that way, but that's just how it is. And my dog came up here once. It's funny because my bathroom is like in my closet. It's like I'm in my room right now, and then over there's a door, and then you open the door, and on one side is the bathroom, and then on the other side is like all my clothes. And my dog came in, and he was sniffing around while I was up here, and he started barking at the mirror. It was the most upsetting time of my life. I had to call, I keep a cricket bat in my room just in case, a burglar comes in. So, I had to, I went downstairs, I got my dad, I, gave him my cricket bat, and I was like, there's somebody hiding in the attic, Dad. I don't know if I thought anyone was hiding up there, but I definitely thought that if I opened the door, a rat was gonna jump out and bite me.
Oh.
Oh. Which would have been just as scary.
Yes, or scarier, actually.
Hey, Meg, do you actually have anything in the attic?
Yeah, boxes of, just old paintings that we don't have anywhere to hang, suitcases, boxes of Halloween decorations. One time, one of the Halloween decorations turned on its own.
Not living in that house.
And so I heard this, witch laughing intermittently, and I was like, what are the neighbors doing with their Halloween decorations still up in January?
Nope, not dealing with that. Time to move, Meg.
No. Well, I'm going to move out eventually. My parents can deal with this house. So we got way off track.
Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking? Oh, yeah, so we're talking about
the book.
Oh, yeah, so they moved.
Right, so they moved to this creepy place, and already crazy things have already happened. The main character, Amanda, has already seen a little boy running around her house, and she's already having scary dreams about her family sitting around a table, but they're all skeletons and are eating a pile of human bones. And so
that was creepy.
That was intense. That was really intense. I feel like maybe he toned them down after this.
I think after
yeah.
The way I look at Goosebumps books, I look at them not in what year they're made, but the eens of 10s, 15s, 20s, 30s. I think after the 30s, he's just I gotta write 3 books a month. So I'm just they're not scary anymore. They're getting kind of silly.
Yeah. Monster Blood 4, the different Monster Blood that's slugs.
That was the hardest one to find, and I bought it, and I was so happy.
It's because R.L. Stein's ashamed.
Oh, he's ashamed of that one?
Well, I don't know. I assume he is. I hope he is.
We'll get to that one eventually, because I have not read it yet, and I'm really excited to read it, because it always was the Monster Blood trilogy.
Yeah, but there is a secret 4th one
like
that no
Superman
one likes. 4. Yeah, exactly like Superman 4. Or Batman and Robin. So they move into the house, and then after a lot of there's somebody in the house. No, you're just seeing things, Amanda. That there's someone in the house. After a lot of that, the dog runs off while they're out playing with the other kids in the neighborhood. Yeah, these kids are all really weird. The dog barks at them all. They mysteriously have other places to be when the sun comes out.
So they all skedoodle, and they all end up at an amphitheater.
Yeah, they all go. Well, they find the amphitheater. No, they find the amphitheater when they're looking for the dog.
Yeah, that's at the end.
No.
Wait, the amphitheater's at the end.
No, it's at the cemetery. It's right next to it. So they're what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the cemetery is where they find the dog, and the dog is undead.
Wait, the dog's undead now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you read this?
I did. I thought the dog was alive.
No, the dog is undead.
No, the dog was undead. They make a big point about how he's got red eyes and he doesn't respond to commands.
No!
Yeah.
I did read that.
This is the only Goosebumps book that kills the dog.
I think that's just because I like dogs so much. I just assumed the dog was alive.
Yeah, because Ray explains it when he's talking about being the Watcher or whatever.
Oh, you're Oh,
yeah, that was so creepy.
Yeah.
When he's
guys.
the dogs always know, so we get the dogs first.
That made me so sad. Now that makes me sad. Live reaction.
Well, yeah, well, it's because the kids make it to the cemetery because I think that's where the dog ran away, but then they realize that all the names on the gravestones are all the names of the kids that they know, and they're like, oh, they're all dead.
Dun, dun, dun. No, okay, that makes sense now, because I wondered at the end of the book, why didn't they take the dog?
Do you know what I think was what was creepy? When the kids would be like, oh yeah, I used to live in your house.
Yeah.
And they all say that. That's just so weird.
See, my joke with that was like, what? Are there termites in my house? Did you guys like just have like a quick fling and then move out? I would have been. That would have been the first thing. That's kind of weird. That's kind of like saying, "I watch you while you sleep at night. I also lived in your house."
And then at the end, when the kids are like, when they chase Amanda and Josh into the house, and the kids are like, "We used to all live in your house, and now we're dead in your house."
Yeah. So they get there, and it turns out that their parents have been captured by these people.
And the real estate agent is one as well.
Yeah, although he tries to trick them. He's like, I'm not dead. I've saved your parents. And then they get there and get to the cemetery, and she conveniently trips over his gravestone.
Oh, yeah, and it's good. Because he had like a really cool name, too. It was
Mr.
Compton
Dawes.
Dawes.
Yeah.
And
Compton Dawes, real estate agent.
so then we get to the weird, creepy thing that turns out is that flashlights and lights kill these people in horrible ways.
Yeah.
Like they.
Well, what are they? Can we just take a moment to, like, what do you guys think they are? Because I read them as vampires.
Are they vampires? Are they zombies? Are they zombies?
They're I don't. Well, I think what happens is that like, they're just like
Vampires?
They're plastic people.
Well, actually, that makes sense because they all died in the plastic thing.
Yeah, because they.
Oh yeah, the plastics factory exploded, and a yellow cloud came over the town and turned everybody into vampires.
Dead
Question
things?
I think in the TV show they were zombies.
In this, it's like, well, they're killed by sunlight, and they mention that they need fresh blood. So I think I just went, all right, vampires.
So you're telling me
Yeah,
all
it makes
plastic
sense they're
factories
vampires.
are like vampiric factories?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
just making sure. So when I get like my Return of the Jedi action figures,
I'm trying to cut plastic out of my life a little bit because I really like garlic, and I don't want to have to stop eating it because I'm a vampire.
yeah, same.
Okay.
I have like a weird allergy to garlic now.
No, I mean, seriously, are you allergic to garlic? Because I know that there are people who are allergic to garlic.
No, like I'll eat it, but then I get like really sick. But I used to like eat a lot of garlic.
Wait, so you're actually allergic to
okay.
garlic?
Yeah, now I get violently sick when I.
Check his reflection.
He's a vampire!
You found me out. Hey guys, I'm floating around in the podcast. So guys, what are you guys
But we
doing
still-
Friday night? You guys free?
Friday! Okay, well, guys, I have a really important question that I want to ask.
Yeah.
What?
If they all died, who buried them?
Well, you see, they're all made out of plastic, so the Lego people came to life and started making like little graves with the little plastic shovels.
Well, why give themselves away by having graves?
I guess maybe to remind them of what humanity used to be like.
No, because not all of them died in the plastics accident, because in the books, some of them have different death dates.
No, those are the ones that people
And
moved
like a
in.
lot of the kids... No, yeah, and a lot of the kids are like, they're taken in, they live in the house, and then they're killed. And I think that they just like put the... I feel like they just put the gravestones... They weren't ever buried, they just put the gravestones in the
To
cemetery.
make it look like a cemetery.
Yeah, to make it look like a cemetery, and also because they're probably just so extra that they love, like, taking the people out there and, like,
They're so
having
extra.
them conveniently stumble on the names and then being like, oh my god, everyone's dead. They just love being
Oh my
dramatic.
god! So it's like Pennywise, where like the only reason why he scares children is to make like them like cry so they're saltier. So when he eats them,
Yes.
Oh, stranger
yeah.
danger.
So that's like why Pennywise like scares the crap out of children. So how they defeated we're going to call them vampire ghoul plastic men, or
The sun came up.
yeah, the sun came up. But I love the whole thing. Like we're gonna knock over this tree. It's gonna be super easy. But being like,
yeah, how did they knock over
but
the
being
tree?
but being like super like wimpy like 12-year-old kids like it's too hard. Well, I didn't like my parents anyways. It's too hard. And also I'm
But
like
they
I guess
did it.
like Deus Ex Machina came and the tree fell by itself. So then they all get wiped out.
They melt.
Yes.
And it's disgusting.
They're
And I don't know what it is with this book, but R.L. Stein continuously describes bones as being green.
Or like their eyes popping out.
yes.
I think
Yeah, and he always describes people's bones as being grayish green, which only happens if you're buried next to copper.
Yes. Maybe that was also a copper factory.
Maybe the plastic
it's a front.
factory made the...
It was actually a
It's a
copper
front.
factory, but they called it a plastic factory.
Oh, yeah. But then, yeah, there is a frog that has green bones. Samco's bush frog has green bones, and its blood is poison. I'm not making this up.
Blood is poison.
Yes, if its blood is green poison. It bleeds green poison that gives you liver disease if you ingest it.
Oh, cool. So why didn't R.L. Stein write this into it? But I really like the concept of this book. It was really scary just for the fact that, like, going to a new house can be really creepy. But then, like, everyone trying to murder you is even creepier because it's like they need their blood to live.
Just the whole image of like a big yellow cloud coming and engulfing the town.
All hail the glow cloud.
All hail the glow cloud. I don't know. I think the thing that I thought that was like the most impossible thing about this is like the whole scheme of getting them here was that their great granduncle left them the house. Like,
yeah, it's like there was no great.
Yeah,
uncle.
I'm like,
Yeah, you'd think that somebody would know that.
Yeah, you think that the dad would be like, oh, I've never heard of this guy. Why is he willing me his house?
but I guess we'll have it because it's free.
Yeah, but don't uproot your family and like change your job because you got a free house. I don't think so.
I feel like because it's 3 hours away, why doesn't he just like make that like their summer home or something? Because it's their free house.
Rent it out on Airbnb.
Yeah, see, why did you do? Well,
See, if this book had been written today,
that would have been the thing.
there would be no reason for people to like come up with this elaborate scheme of you get a free house. It's just they set themselves up on Airbnb, and anytime somebody
Make it super cheap. You just make it
comes
like
to stay,
unreasonably cheap.
make it like $5 a night for the whole house. And then when like cheapskate holidaymakers go and stay in their house, then the town kills them.
Yeah, and then they get their blood and nobody cares.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Dead House. Please give us 5 stars.
This house killed me. 0 stars.
Now I'm part of the haunted group or whatever.
Please stay in this. No, but then they'd leave like 5-star reviews because they'd want other people to come and stay because they're
See,
dead
no,
now.
here's the problem though. Say like their scheme actually kept working when the town eventually become a freaking city. Like it'd have like instead of like welcome to,
Their entire like the whole city has to be like the infrastructure has to be altered and the whole city has to become like, you know, and it's all built on the pretense of killing
it's kind of like that
people.
one movie Daybreakers where like the entire human race became all like
Yes.
vampires and like they're harvesting.
They're all vampires.
Yeah, I feel like after a while their scheme wouldn't work. They'd have to actually start like harvesting people. So like these people are kind of lame.
Oh, man. So what did you guys think was scary about this book?
I thought it was scary that, you know, basically being like shanghaied into dying.
part that I thought was, what was the name of the girl that was friends with Amanda, but then she's dead, and she wears like green leggings the whole time? It's like Caitlin or Catherine or something.
Kathy, but I thought Kathy was her friend in the other town.
No, I'm getting them mixed up. She's got some other friend that she makes.
I'll look it up right now.
But the thing is, when like the child vamp ghoul plastic woman thing is dying and she's melting, and she looks up at Amanda as she's like
Burning her?
fading away, and she says thank you.
Aww.
Aw.
Just like the whole idea that like their souls were trapped for so long and that this was like against their will, that's a scary concept. Also, I would like to point out that R.L. Stein totally invented leggings as pants.
Oh, yeah, see, wait, when were leggings actually invented?
No, I mean, but he invented wearing leggings and not wearing like shorts or a skirt over
Just leggings by themselves?
Because all of his female characters wear leggings as pants.
Oh, so you're telling us that all the 2000s are now R.L. Stein invented it because we're all the R.L. Stein generation?
He is a trendsetter, honestly. And I think that is why so many women today, myself included, wear leggings as pants, because they fondly remember Goosebumps.
Ah, yes. And then while we all have like a collective like scared thing of dummies and ventriloquists,
Not
I
me.
love them. I know someone that's so afraid of the Muppets, and I'm like, I guess.
My sister is afraid of, like, adult puppet things. Like, she likes Team America, but she's afraid of, like, she can't watch, like, Avenue Q.
What? No.
Or Meet the Feebles.
Oh, I love
or
Meet the
anything
Feebles.
that's, like, puppets, but, like, with like, adult humor, she doesn't like it. So now that we've gone into, like, what was scary, what was the next bit?
What would scare children?
What would scare children? Well, all of it.
Maybe. I don't know. I think scares, like, kids being scared by things are a little bit different now.
Yeah, because we're all like
Yeah.
desensitized. We have to look at it probably like when this was written. But then again, even then, I think the horror market was still oversaturated with stuff. But maybe because now it's all paranormal stuff, this might scare them more.
Yeah, there's so much more paranormal stuff on the market now. And then in the 90s, it was
Slasher.
all
It was still
like...
slasher.
In the slashers, home invasion movies. I mean, there's a lot of home invasion movies.
More
but
back then than there are now.
I feel like today, horror is like 50% home invasion movies, 50%
paranormal.
spooky demons.
I guess home invasion paranormal stories. Ooh, I'm a ghost. I'm invading your house.
So
I'm gonna
paranormal
steal your
activity.
TV.
I don't know. The last good horror movie that I saw was Lights Out, and that was actually really good.
Oh, Lights Out
did you
was
see
amazing.
did you see the original short? I love the original short. It's the whole reason that I went to see the movie.
It was, and also the movie was really good.
Have you guys ever seen The Autopsy?
Yeah, the autopsy of Jane Doe.
Jane Doe.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was.
No, I haven't seen it. What is it?
Oh, visceral horror. It's about this like father and son performing an autopsy on this woman, and they find like really creepy clues. There's more to it than that, but I don't want to give it away. It's really good. You should watch it.
Do you know there's a movie that I really want to see that's come out? It's called Raw. It's a French
Is that the one like
movie.
people are like
What?
passing out and throwing up?
Yeah, people in the theaters have like thrown up and like run out of the
Yeah,
theater.
that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Supposedly. It's so disgusting.
Ugh.
And it's about it's about a veterinary student, and she is a vegetarian, but as part of a prank, she is tricked into eating meat, and as a result, she becomes a cannibal.
Yeah, I remember this one now. I haven't seen it though.
That sounds radical, but why would people get sick from that?
Because apparently, like she like eats like children and she eats like puppies.
It's really gory. It's really gory.
Oh, gore doesn't bother
apparently.
me.
No. So, guys, what did you think of staying in this house? Did you guys like it?
The amenities were pretty good. House was a little drafty. Windows and doors kept opening on their own. Random children just running around casually, and then I died. So, but we need fresh blood, and people should come here. So, 5 out of 5.
You know, I loved about it was that we had like really good like recreational. There was a graveyard and there was a nice amphitheater, so we could like watch like Macbeth and stuff.
Yeah, Shakespeare in the Park, but dead people.
Shakespeare in the Park, but dead people.
So just Shakespeare.
Yeah, it's like when they do the Alas Poor Yorick bit. It's like with someone else's head that they've just like taken off.
Oh yeah. Et tu, Brute? Dude, that's really annoying. Can you take the knife out of me? It's really giving me like a backache.
Like, do you reckon that these guys could have been killed any other way than sunlight? Because nobody tried.
Probably acid, maybe.
Plastic.
Possibly. Plastic.
Nerf swords.
I think the one thing that could have like improved this book is if there had been a scene where they try to kill the people and then there's like it doesn't work and they're like, you can't kill what's already dead, because that's always my favorite scene in like any vampire movie.
No, my favorite like in Fright Night where like he's straight up like all the vampire trophies like drinking the holy water and eating garlic.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Fright Night's such a good movie.
Fright Night is great. I love Fright Night.
So
Anyway.
yeah, if you guys don't like The Sun, I actually recommend this book. It's actually a really good like fireside story. Though the one thing that I had a problem with was that I feel like the majority of all the scares was just Josh being a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh was so annoying.
Like out of the Goosebumps kids, he was like one of the most annoying because he's like the reason why Amanda's getting really scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think maybe we should like do a tally up of like Goosebumps tropes.
So right now we have a dog and we've
got dog, we've got annoying brother, we've got moving to a new house.
we'll make a list as this comes along. What do you think, Ember?
I feel like it's definitely gonna set the tone for all the other Goosebumps that I remember, but it as an individual book I liked it. It was well written, the premise was great, I thought it was pretty interesting, and you know, it wasn't super scary for me. It was mostly just sort of like weird, kind of this whole town is dead, very Children of the Corn, very creepy, and also goes to show how gullible some people are. Just saying.
Guys, guess what? My great uncle, I didn't know, just got me a house. I want to make it into a podcasting studio. You guys want to come?
Sure, let's go to this creepy place.
They also told me to bring my money and my social security numbers.
Oh, good. Yes.
Did they also say that they were that there was going to be a Nigerian prince there?
Oh, how did you know? Actually, that was my great uncle. He was a Nigerian prince, and he promised me millions of dollars just by sending him $10,000. But I get this free house. It's amazing.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. Too legit to quit.
So, guys, you guys ready for the next book for next week?
Aw, yeah.
So we're going to be reading the first book in the Ghosts of Fear Street series because there's a bajillion Fear Street books. So the first one's Hide and Go Shriek.
I had to really, stop myself from reading that as Shrek. I'm not going to lie.
Hide and go Shriek.
Who's been going in my swamp?
It's all over now.
No. Well, we can make that joke next week if this book's bad.
Okay.
Yes, we
So where can they reach you, Ember?
You can reach me on Twitter at Ember English or on Instagram at Amours Dansant, which means dancing bear in French. Where can they reach you?
They can reach me at Suda41 at Twitter, or you can find or email us at ghoulishfancies@gmail.com. What about you, Meg?
You can find me at Meg Tuden, that's MEGTUTEN, or sodasodabanana.tumblr.com.
Sweet. Thanks, guys, for listening to another wonderful episode. If you like the show, please give us a nice review. We really like it. What's your guys' favorite Goosebumps books? Did you guys like this book? Please tell us, and we'll totally...
Leave your reviews on iTunes in the style of an Airbnb.
Yeah, please do.
Review.
Yes, please. Leave us a good leave us a review in the style of Airbnb. I want to see a 1-star review that's just like,
Died here.
This house has killed me.
It's killing
Yeah.
me.
It just killed me.
Would not recommend, would not stay again, cannot stay again because
Well,
I
I
am
live
dead.
here now, so it's 5 stars.
I'm here
It's got
forever
good
now.
amenities. But thank you, guys. Guys, hope you guys have a spooky, scary night. And thanks, guys. And stay
Stay
spooky.
spooky.
Bye.